Lamine Yamal is ready for Lionel Messi's legendary number 10, a decision that has stirred the football world, because everyone understands that number is not just a digit. It's a legacy, a burden, and a part of this club's soul. At Barcelona, seeing the number 10 shirt instantly brings Messi to mind. After his departure, the shirt became an untouchable symbol. Too great, too heavy. Barcelona once chose to give it to Ansu Fati, a young, promising player, but Fati couldn't bear the immense expectations. And then, silently, Lamine Yamal emerged. As the season ended and the world began talking about Yamal as a Ballon d'Or contender, Barcelona knew it was time to make the necessary move. When the 2024-2025 season began, many speculated that the number 10 shirt might be given to Lamine Yamal. He was the new hope, the brightest talent from La Masia since Messi, and the only young star who made the Catalans hold their heads high during a time of rebuilding. But Yamal declined. He kept number 19, a shirt not particularly iconic, but one that evoked memories of Messi as a teenage newcomer to the first team. Yamal's reason was surprisingly simple. I want to respect Ansu Fati. Just a quiet gesture of deference in a football world that rarely practices restraint. That moment made both Barcelona and distant observers pause and reflect. Perhaps this boy understood better than anyone what stood before him. Keeping number 19 wasn't avoidance. It was Yamal's way of slowing down, focusing on football before chasing legendary milestones. And in that slow pace, he advanced further than anyone imagined. On paper, Ansu Fati still held the number 10 shirt, but at Camp Nou, everyone knew it had become symbolic. Fati had once been seen as Messi's direct heir, not only for his technical ability, but for his energetic style and his deep roots in La Masia. But after recurring injuries, everything slipped away. He went on loan to Brighton, then returned to Barcelona only to warm the bench. In the few moments he stepped onto the pitch, Fati was no longer himself. The season passed without anyone truly considering Fati as part of Barcelona's future. The number 10 on his back faded just like his presence in the squad. According to many sources, Fati voluntarily gave up the number when he learned the club had a new plan with Yamal. A quiet retreat filled with sadness and regret, but perhaps he had prepared for it all along. Fati understood that the legendary shirt no longer belonged to him. If Messi turned number 10 into a global icon, for Fati, it became a lesson in expectations, that not everyone is ready to wear something so great. For Yamal, this is the moment to officially accept the crown. Not something he had to snatch, but something Barcelona believes he truly deserves. The confirmation that Yamal would take number 10 came as the season drew to a close. A major story widely shared in international media, yet it sparked mixed emotions among Barcelona fans. Some commented with joy, "Deserved, no one else fits better," while others remained cautious. Why not let Yamal remain a legend with number 19? Why the need for number 10? The divide wasn't about his ability. Everyone could see Yamal's level. The issue is that number 10 is about to become a symbol once more. And with symbols comes pressure. Some feared that if Yamal's form dipped, that number could weigh heaviest. Especially since he's just 17, with the entire world watching every move. But others argued, if he's already carried the team all season, if he's among Ballon d'Or nominees, then wearing number 10 is only natural. It's the rightful reward for the only player who revived the legacy so effortlessly. Every club has numbers tied to its history, and at Barcelona, number 10 leaves the deepest imprint. Rivaldo, Riquelme, Ronaldinho, and then Messi, each brought their own brilliance, but it was Messi who turned number 10 into a global phenomenon. Not just through goals or trophies, but by wearing it for 13 uninterrupted seasons. When Messi left, the shirt became a void on the field and in fans' hearts. Barcelona left it vacant for a time, then handed it to Ansu Fati. But things didn't go as planned. Since then, number 10 became something people avoided discussing. Even when Yamal exploded in the 2024 to 2025 season, many said, "Don't give him the 10, let him be." But football shouldn't dwell in hesitation. The throne must eventually find its rightful heir. Barcelona needs someone to carry the number 10, someone strong enough to make it come alive again in their own way. As Yamal matured game by game, the club knew it was time to place greater trust in him. Giving him the 10 wasn't just a bet on a rising star. They are building a new icon, on the pitch and in brand strategy. President Joan Laporta confirmed, Yamal's new contract will include a €1 billion release clause. A bold declaration to all of Europe. Don't even knock, we won't open the door. Barcelona once received an offer of nearly €500 million for Yamal. But they instantly refused. They had no intention of selling. They know Yamal is priceless. Behind this lies a clear commercial strategy. Shirts with Yamal's name are already among the club's best sellers, even at just 17, with no formal ambassador role. Now that his shirt will bear number 10, sales are expected to skyrocket, and that's just the surface. Making Yamal the central figure will bring endorsements, image rights, global brand value. Especially since he could represent Spain at the next World Cup. The number 10 returns because Yamal has arrived at the right moment, when Barcelona needs a face capable of leading a new era. Not just on the pitch, but in rebuilding fan trust and belief in themselves. Comparisons are inevitable when a La Masia product, left-footed, right-winger, elegant on the ball, wears number 10. Being called the next Messi becomes an automatic media reflex. But look closely, Yamal is not Messi. Messi played with explosive inspiration, always chasing goals. Yamal is calmer. He controls rhythm instead of breaking it. His passing, ball control, and space creation show a maturity rarely seen at 17. He doesn't seek the spotlight, but the game always seems to revolve around him. Yamal doesn't need a stage to be noticed. He plays freely, letting others feel his impact. Unlike Messi's early brilliance with dazzling dribbles leading to goals, Yamal stuns in a different way. Barcelona doesn't need a copy. They don't need someone to erase the past or rewrite a story. If there's one thing Yamal truly learned from Messi, it's this: to be special, you first have to be yourself. Barcelona doesn't need a copy. They don't need someone to erase the past or rewrite a story. If there's one thing Yamal truly learned from Messi, it's this: to be special, you first have to be yourself. Barcelona, though eager to give him the number 10, didn't rush. They let Yamal play a full season in number 19, so everything could unfold naturally. Every plan had been in place. On July 13th, Yamal turns 18, and that will also be the day he signs his new long-term contract. A deal with a €1 billion release clause. Most importantly, the number 10 will officially be his. It's no coincidence everything aligns with his birthday. It's how Barcelona creates symbolic moments. A clear milestone. From this day forward, Yamal is no longer a rising star. He will carry Barcelona on his shoulders. Alongside the contract signing will be the unveiling of the new 2025 to 2026 kit. From that moment, shirts with Yamal 10 will flood stores across Catalonia. Everything has been meticulously planned: media, messaging, timing. But no matter how well crafted the plan is, it would mean nothing if Yamal weren't good enough to inspire belief. And that's the one thing Barcelona doesn't worry about. Messi's number 10 was never gone. It was simply waiting. Yamal once declined it, choosing instead to play in peace. But after a season where he led Barcelona's attack with the poise of someone ready for responsibility, the number 10 is no longer a challenge. No one knows what lies ahead. But for the first time since Messi, number 10 is handed to someone who truly deserves it. No debates. No burdensome comparisons. This time, it feels just right. Right player, right moment. An old shirt. A new face. And maybe one day, people won't say Yamal wears Messi's shirt, but that the shirt once belonged to Messi, before becoming Yamal's symbol.